Hello and welcome to today's video. So this time we're going to be taking our second look through our Xbox 360 collection. So these are the ones that I've picked up with my son over the last few years, and we're really enjoying putting a collection together of these great games. They're so cheap at the moment. The time is definitely now to start building up the collection while they are still cheap. And there's some, well, fantastic games for you to get your hands on. So anyway, that will be the subject of today's video. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Right then, so we start our second look through this collection of about 120 original 360 games with an absolute classic from Rockstar. So this is Grand Theft Auto episodes from Liberty City. So this includes The Lost and the Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony in these. And Rockstar definitely are the definitive company, aren't they, for games? It's just been fantastic for so many years. And this one does not disappoint. Fantastic stuff, lots of stuff. Now, as I said in my last video, a lot of these came from an original owner collection, and I bought them very cheaply. It worked out about 75p approximately per game, which I thought was a veritable steal. And also some of these have been added to by my son and I, so you know, he's an avid gamer. He's got an Xbox One at the moment, so he doesn't play the 360 quite as much, but some of his favourite games he still dips into and plays, stuff like Terraria, Minecraft, things like that. These are more in the realm of dad's games, you know. Grand Theft Auto 4 here are fantastic. I love all the GTA games. They're really great. I've been a fan of them ever since they've been around, to be honest, on the days of the original PlayStation. And Grand Theft Auto 5. Some might say we're due an update, but it's all online at the moment, isn't it? So you can tell. Here's another one which was a bit of a hark back to the past. It's Half-Life 2, Episode 2, Team Fortress and Portal. Includes the original Half-Life 2 and Episode 1. Another great game. The Orange Box. The Halo. So this is Halo 3. So Halo 1 and Halo 2 I've worked through with Sam on the original Xbox during the lockdown of the pandemic. So in future years, when Sam's kids say to him, well, what did you do during the lockdown, Daddy? He said, oh, well, I played through Halo 1 and 2 with my dad. This is Halo 3, like the Classics edition. So it's got a little bit of extra content as well. Great games. Halo 4 now. Now this is a bundle copy, so that means it was one of the ones that came with somebody's Xbox 360 when they bought their 360, and you can see the disc is clearly marked sort of bundle copy there, which is fair enough. I don't mind those, but eventually I'd like to get a regular edition. We were literally playing this one just last night. It was really good. The Hitman games are excellent, and they do require quite a bit of patience, but once you've figured out how to actually do each particular bit, then they become a lot of fun. Just Cause 2. Yeah, these aren't bad. I mean, they say it's explosive, entertaining. It does look great. You know, it is what it is. It's Square Enix, and they do have some absolutely great games in their list. Kane and Lynch, Dog Days 2. This one says it's a limited edition, so it's just in a slipcase sleeve. That's all the limited edition is, by the look of it. And it's got exclusive downloadable content. I guess that's what makes it worth the extra admission. Another Rockstar game, Elaine Noire. A lot of fun, this game. It's almost like a movie or a book rather than an actual sort of game, but this was the very first release of this, and it's absolutely fantastic. Sort of set in 1930s LA, and you sort of play the role of a detective, and you have to solve the crimes, but it's much more in depth than that. You have to start learning when people are lying. So it's quite deep, you know. So even if you know how to solve the crime and you know what the actual truth is, it's a bit more in depth than that, and absolutely enormous game. It's like playing a movie, that one. Left 4 Dead 2, another quite cool one here. Another sort of a zombie horror game. And this one, I think we are going to have to take off the slightly mangy proof of purchase seals. I think, you know, to have them looking as good as possible, they have to come out eventually. Harry Potter games. So Sam's a huge fan of the Harry Potter games, and oh, sorry, not the Harry Potter games, the Lego games in general, not the Harry Potter games. He's just a fan of the Lego games, and I certainly don't mind them. The Harry Potter ones are actually my least favourite, and this collection has both of them, so we're not going to dwell on them. But you know, they are what they are. They've got their fans. I am not one of them. Lego Indiana Jones, I absolutely love though. Lego Kung Fu Panda, not so good, but Indiana Jones, that is great. Absolutely great. Really, really good fun, that one. And highly, highly recommended you give that one a go. It's available on lots of different systems, so the Lego Indiana Jones. Often eclipsed by the Star Wars Lego games, but this is really good. So if you do get a chance, give it a try. Lego Jurassic World. This is surprisingly good fun as well. Although I've not played it, I've watched Sam play it through, and yeah, this is actually really good. Lots of recreations from the actual movies. Lego Marvel Superheroes, another really good one. Excellent fun, good use of the different superheroes. You need to sort of know their abilities though, else you're going to be struggling to figure out how to do some of the puzzles. So you do need to know your superheroes to know how to get the most out of that one. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, another really, really good one. Play through all the different movies. Quite still, although it's all 4 movies, still quite a short game. That one I felt, that particular one. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, absolutely amazing. I just love it on every format, and it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I love it to death. That one. I enjoy this one, Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars, but nowhere near in the same sort of realm as the original Star Wars saga. So I'm just going to pop it there, stop it there even, and I'm going to pull the camera out a little bit further so we can get a bit more of the games in. So here's the next one, Lost Planet, Extreme Conditions. I don't know a lot about this one, but it actually looks really interesting. On a lost planet, fight for survival, hunt for revenge. That's just the sort of game Sam would actually really enjoy, I think. One like that. This one doesn't need hardly any introduction. The Mass Effect games are absolutely fantastic. Yeah, this is like a pre-order sticker by the look of it. The customer was Mr. D. Kirby, and he paid $11.99. So even he didn't buy this brand new, but we'll let him off. Yeah, a lot of people rave about the Mass Effect games. I think they are very good, don't get me wrong. Good stuff. Max Payne, yeah, I enjoy these. Look at this, $29.99. The Max Payne games are certainly polished, you have to say. And obviously very much in the realm of GTA. The same company, of course, Rockstar. Metro 2033. Perhaps one of the greatest selling games of all time, Minecraft. Needs no introduction. My boy's still playing it today. Mirror's Edge. Don't remember this one. It's in a right old state of a box. Morrison's. It's been through the wars, this one, but yeah, it's got its booklet in there. Looks all right. It just needs a new case on that one. badly by the look of it. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Absolutely brilliant. Great fighting beat 'em up game, this one. Ridiculous deaths, as you would expect. Brilliant fun. Just the sort of thing just to waste an hour on when you've got one spare. This is nice. This is Perfect Dark Zero, and this was made, this is in one of those steelbook affairs. It's really nice. It's a double disc, really heavy as well. It's a double discer. Really nice, that one, isn't it? Lovely artwork on it. Rare, of course, did the original Perfect Dark on the N64, and before that they did GoldenEye, and before that old Spectrum games. Project Gotham Racing, absolutely love the first couple on the original Xbox. This is another one bundle copy, so it would have come bundled with 360 hardware. So probably really common, so I wouldn't mind picking up the regular edition at some point. Prey. A mind-bending experience. Mind-bending, it says. Oh yeah, it does look pretty mind-bending. Rage, from the creators of Doom and Quake. Rage Anarchy Edition. Well, don't know about that. That looks pretty good fun. Don't remember ever playing that one yet. But then there's another one here, Rage the Collector's Pack. Let's see the games again. I bet that's worth a try. So the Collector's Pack includes the game, a making of DVD, 2 Rage comic books published by Dark Horse Comics, and the exclusive digital content of the Anarchy Edition to add to your post-apocalyptic arsenal. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, and there's the comics as well. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? There we are. It's a game I've very much been enjoying playing. I've still not quite finished it. Even the strategy book for it is a work of art. It's just brilliant, and I absolutely love Red Dead Redemption. Very, very good. Quite shocking in places as well, but superb fun. Absolutely love it. Red Faction Armageddon. And you can tell the guy we bought these off, he was, you know, sort of an older collector, shall we say. He wasn't a youngster. So he did choose most of the more adult sort of games that were released for the Xbox 360, which is cool, don't get me wrong, but there is a distinct lack of sort of arcadey titles, although the Mortal Kombat versus DC was pretty good. Resident Evil, well, that hardly needs any introduction, does it? I've loved the Resident Evil games, and I sort of prefer someone playing through them to the end rather than me sort of muddling through. This is another Resident Evil. This is Resident Evil 5, and this is in like a slipcase, and this is once again one of those steel books. So this is a real nice one, a double discer again with the booklet, and then into the see-through sleeve. That's quite nice, isn't it? That's quite a nice little package for Resident Evil 5. Saints Row, this is on the Classics, Xbox 360 Classics re-release. Reminds me a little bit of Warriors. And then we've got Saints Row 2, also on the Classics label. This is Saints Row the Third, the full package. Includes mission packs and over 30 bonus weapons and outfits on the disc. There we are. If you're a fan of the Saints Row series, let me know. Ah, now this is pretty cool, isn't it? Sega Superstars Tennis. Look at that. Tennis is one of those funny ones which I've never managed to get into a tennis game, with the exception of Mario Tennis, and I believe that was on the 3DS, possibly. That was pretty cool. Let's move these over a bit. Singularity. Nice A space shooter, that one. Sleeping Dogs, Square Enix. Pretty cool one. That's the what do they call the Yakuza? Great stuff. South Park. Love the South Park games. Always have done. The cartoon's great as well. Very good fun. This is table tennis, but look who made it. Rockstar. Absolutely phenomenal game of table tennis, this one. Rockstar have a seal of quality, and although you might not think that sports game is any good, believe me, it really is. Terminator. Speaking of the Terminator earlier, this is Terminator Salvation. Good stuff. Most of the Terminator games are actually surprisingly good. This one still gets a lot of play in the house. Well, I say a lot of play. Once a month he has a session on it for a day, and that's Terraria. Sort of 8-bit style graphics. It's pretty cool. Time Shift. And I have to say, Xbox 360 is about as modern as you're going to get on this channel. I do own a Switch, we do own an Xbox One. We don't have a PlayStation 4, but I've got a 3. Tomb Raider. And I don't tend to cover many modern games, but as I've said before, certainly the time to collect and pick up Xbox 360 games is now, whilst they are so unbelievably cheap. A lot of these games, Turok, it's a dinosaur hunter game, it's great stuff. A lot of these games now, you can find like job lots, 10 Xbox 360 games for like £5 to £10 for a little bag full. So they do come recommended, and now is definitely the time to start picking them up. This is the very last one, The Witcher 2, Assassin of Kings, Enhanced Edition in a slipcase again, with a little booklet here, quest handbook, and then the actual game, which is quite nice. So yeah, so if you are thinking of getting into collecting Xbox 360 games, now is definitely the time to start looking, like I did, for some cool sort of job lots, because they are out there, and there's definitely some good games to be had for very little money. So there we are. So that's the end of the Xbox 360 collection, and it did warrant a couple of videos at least. Next one will be looking at my modded Xbox. So I've got a modded original Xbox, and it holds about 1,000. In fact, every original Xbox game ever released, including all the PAL NTSC releases and some Japanese stuff as well as a load of emulators for us to enjoy. So that will be the subject of a whole series of videos as we work our way through the original Xbox alphabet and dip into a few classic games and actually just play them and enjoy them. So there we go. If you have enjoyed today's video, do please give it a thumbs up. Do please consider subscribing for regular retro gaming and Xbox content. I've got loads more still planned to come. Do look back over the channel, because I've got my original 7-part series where I go through my original Xbox collection, which is much bigger than my 360. I've got, I don't know, 500-600 games on that one now, so a lot of really cool stuff in there. And thank you once again for watching today, and I shall look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.